guys, I've already applied my foundation just to save some time. The foundation I used is MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC30, and I just used the Beauty Blender to apply that all over my face. And now I'm using another product by MAC, and this is the Prolong Concealer, and this one is an NW20, so I'm just going to use that under my eye, and I'm also going to use it as a primer. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to be using a gel liner by MAC, and this one is in Black Track. I'm just going to be using an angled brush by Coastal Scents and lightly fill in my eyebrows. To define my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Studio Finish Concealer by MAC in NC20. I'm just going to be using a random concealer brush. I can't find the name of this brush or the number, and I can't remember where I got this brush from, so we're just going to call it the random brush. And yeah, I'm just going to be going under my eyebrows with this and just blending the concealer. Now I'm going to apply Soft Brown by MAC, and this is a great transition color. I love using this color because it blends very well with any other eyeshadow colors, and you can even wear this alone. I'm going to be using a 224 brush by MAC and just apply this all over my crease. Now I'm going to go over the Soft Brown with Saddle by MAC, and I'm going to be using the same brush and blend that all over my crease. On the corner, I'm going to be using Embark by MAC, and I'm going to be using a 217 brush and just blend it on the corner and take it halfway through the crease. And you really need to blend very well over here. On my lid, I'm using Rice Paper by MAC. I'm going to spray the brush with a little bit of Fix Plus and then apply the eyeshadow. As you guys can tell, all these eyeshadows that I'm using are by MAC. So if you guys want me to create the same look using drugstore products, please let me know in the comment below, and I will try my best to upload a video. Here I'm lining my eyes with the same gel liner and the same brush that I used earlier to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm just going to line the whole thing and then wing it on the side. I wanted my eyeshadow to look a little bit darker on the corner, so I decided to use a black eyeshadow by MAC, and this one is in Carbon, and I'm using the 217 brush and just blending that in. On my waterline, I'm using Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Eyeliner, and this one is in black. I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara before I apply my false lashes, and this one is by L'Oreal, and this is the Voluminous Mascara in Carbon Black. I love this mascara. This is my all-time favorite mascara. I always recommend this to all my friends. The eyelashes I'm using today are by Dose of Colors, and these ones are called Dose of Drama. I really like these eyelashes because they're doubled up, so they give you that nice dramatic look. Sorry guys, I don't know why my camera didn't record the part where I was applying the highlighter, but I used MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter in Light Boost, and this is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I always talk about this highlighter. This is one of those things where I always go back and repurchase. I'm using the same wet beauty blender to blend in the highlighter with the foundation. It's really important to use a wet beauty blender to blend in your foundation, concealer, and all that, because it just works way better than using a dry sponge. To contour my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead and all that, I'm going to be using this foundation stick by Maybelline, and this is part of their Fit Me collection. I'm a big fan of Fit Me collection because I think their foundations are awesome, but I am especially a big fan of these new foundation sticks because I think they blend very well and they stay on really well. And the shade I'm using is 355. Over the highlighter, I'm using Banana Powder by Ben 9. I'm using the same wet sponge to set the highlighter. This stuff is awesome. Now I'm taking Embark again. This is the same eyeshadow that I used earlier. I'm using a 217 brush and lightly applying this under my lower lash. Now I'm applying Warm Soul Blush by MAC on my cheeks just to give it a little bit of color, and I'm using a big angled brush by Coastal Scents. Here I'm putting MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle just to give it a little bit of that glow. You guys don't have to do this part if you don't want to, but I really like glowy cheeks. Now I'm lining my lips with this Motivecosmetics lip liner, and this one is in Naked. And now I'm going over the lip liner with this nude lipstick called Nice by Motivecosmetics. And the last thing I'm using is a lip gloss called Amazing, and this is also by Motivecosmetics. And I will list all these products down below for you guys. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. Thank you for subscribing and showing support. I really appreciate it. I'm thinking of doing a Q&A video next, or a get to know me video. So if you guys have any questions for me, they can be personal or beauty related. You can leave them down in the comment below, or message me, or even leave a question on my Instagram page. And I'm going to choose 40 questions and then make a video and answer them for you guys. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.